Hello mọi người nha. Hôm qua xem chưa hết đến đoạn nào rồi anh? Hôm qua cũng chỉ làm nhiệm vụ phụ thôi. Hết nhiệm vụ phụ hôm nay mới đi tiếp nhiệm vụ chính, còn chưa đến Odin mà. Mọi người đợi xíu nha, mình chỉnh lại cái setting stream cái. M1 đợi mình xíu. Ồ, sao nó không kết nối với cái Discord của mình nhỉ? Ok. Bây giờ đi đăng chuyển tiếp à? Thế đợi tí mọi người vào đông đông cái để chơi.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Hết than rồi.
Through Orchid. slow.
Ý ạ.
Too slow.
Ờ. Mà đứng yên tăng nhanh hơn thật. Ok. Thôi rồi. Từ đầu game đến giờ anh chưa fail lần nào á? Có, chết mấy lần rồi.
If it's not,
Đợi tí đi vệ sinh phát.
we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Those tomes wouldn't happen to have letters in them, would they?
Ok, đi câu chuyện tiếp nha.
Trouble with your gear, or so will it be?
Rune Blade.
That it? Fine. So what do I owe the honor? Not saying Fornian, do you?
Cái Rune Blade này mình có rồi mà. Chưa có à?
Fine. Trouble with your gear, or so will it be? Anything else? No. For Sangfornian, dear. Should last you a good while. Yeah, that should do you. And?
Rồi. Giờ đi cứu vợ thôi. Hello Anh Quốc nha. Hello Thái Sơn nha.
I were right, Clive. My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Aina is one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
Alo.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Tharn?
Mithro engine. Hết giờ chưa? Con tàu này được thiết kế bởi Sid. Mid recruited team of supervise the secret construction.
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword
Barnabas cũng là một người ngoại quốc,
can sever the very threads of creation.
chứ không phải người bản địa thuộc địa
But
Ash.
don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light! I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
Bọn nào tấn công vậy?
Everyone with me?
4 người và một con chó. À, bọn lính bị nhiễm ether.
Here they come.
Đâm thế.
Mid needs every moment we can give her.
Behind me, Lord Rosfield. I'll take care of these fuckers.
Hun, I'll have you know earth-breaking here once struck fear into the heart of every man in the Twins.
Đúng đấy.
About that offer, Gav? How are we doing, mate? I thought you said that ship was fast!
Once you get going, well, that takes time. So if you fancy giving us a push, you'll need the old sack of jam.
Old? I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers! Come on, then! Which of you lot fancies meeting Ogre Killer next? I thought it was called Heartbreaker.
Don't let the clock hurt your curves. We're able to pay and I'll stand if I'm going first.
Anh không stream phê game nữa à? Không, mình không stream bên đấy nữa. Bên đấy nhiều spoiler á. Ok. Mất dậy này. Chết luôn.
That was easy enough.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain?
Loa đâu ra vậy?
Clive?
À đây. Ui. Thằng ấy vẫn chưa chết.
But I thought he was...
Hello ông Linh nha.
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man,
Sleipnir.
but a creation of Odin.
Thằng này chính là con ngựa của Odin. Vai lên.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Một con đánh còn chưa đủ sao mà.
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? My boy, there was a time people called me...
Sleipnir chính là tên con ngựa của Odin mà.
Or was it my eyes? No matter, heads will roll, all the same. Mate, new plan!
Thích cái nhạc này vãi.
You leave, we follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friend. 'Tis not blood that runs through an Odin's veins. These foes will not fall easily.
But they will fall. Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one!
Mà cái này cứ phải để nguyên nó mới chịu tụ à.
How long are we meant to keep this up?
As long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards. Fuck it! Let's do the lot!
Should we make for the ship?
Not yet. Wait for my signal.
Đông thế. Ủa.
In your own time, Clive!
Right, run for it!
Ui giời. Không gian thì khỏe thế. Enterprise escape.
Now, mate!
Alright, engine full ahead! And hold on tight!
Mẹ sao con gái xít trong game nào cũng cùng thể loại nhí nhảnh lắm mồm vậy ta? Ôi khổ thân em. Anh có định chơi cỏ máu không á?
What do you
Hình như
want?
game đấy bị chê mà đúng không?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive?
À, thả ông này về trước.
The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye, and they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ah. You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And May fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Cheerio.
Thôi ông này về Phú Quốc lên làm vua cũng được.
Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Hai đứa cháu đã không thiết tha gì với ngai
Can't
vàng
have them
rồi.
showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Ôi, thằng này một thân một mình đi về, quê hương đã đổ nát.
Great God of mercy.
Giờ làm gì còn ai ở đây nữa.
All this. What have I done?
Ô, lại con bé bán thuốc.
My lord.
Con bé bán thuốc này là cái gì mà xuất hiện nhiều ấy nhỉ? Rồi, bây giờ đang đi sang lục địa Ash. Xuất hiện mấy lần mà chưa thấy nói gì vai trò mấy. Game này nước làm đẹp phết này.
There's a lot of sea between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
Đoạn
With these
Odin bắt
winds
chiêu
in
ở lúc
those
nào vậy mọi người?
waters, it's taken forever and a
Từ hôm qua
fortnight
rồi,
to
nhưng mà
reach
đoạn đấy
Stonehenge.
hôm qua mình stream ở bên phê game.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours.
Tàu của bạn nào đây?
Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Do you feel that?
Jill.
All hands! Battle stations!
Tàu của bọn Waloed. Anh Trường không like bên phê game nữa à?
Let's see what this girl can do.
Bên đấy quá nhiều troll và quá nhiều spoiler em ạ. Rồi anh lại phải rút quân về đây.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating.
Ra quân luôn á.
is naught my blade cannot sever.
Nó chỉ semi priming thôi. Wow. Joshua làm gì đi?
Great Grigos gas!
Vai nồi.
Barnabas.
On a port! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
Phải Titanic thì chắc là đắm rồi đấy. Mà tại sao lại chém dọc như vậy? Phải chém ngang chứ. Chém ngang thì nó né thế đéo là được. Ui.
It's now or never.
I'll find her.
Không phải là Final Fantasy nếu không có mấy cái màn đụng tàu kiểu này. Ôi hình như nó định đánh lạc hướng này, nó bắt ai? Nó bắt Joshua à?
Bloody hell! How to stop it!
Chết bò mẹ.
Where did you hide her, Barnabas?
Cho chôn mà không bảo em ban hết à? Ôi, đã đến cái lúc mà đọc được story rồi mới ban chúng nó thì đâu còn ý nghĩa gì nữa em. Lắp lại chiêu đấm đất. Ủa, ta vừa mới lắp cái đấm đất vào thì con boss nhảy ra. À may quá, vẫn đầy. Ok. Chết luôn. À đây. Vẫn còn người ở trên tàu. Chết rồi. Tự nhiên tách ra làm gì? Khổ con tàu vừa mới đóng tàu xong, đánh nhau tứ tung.
No! There he is! He wants him alive!
Hold on. I'm coming. For both of you.
Extra seconds!
Garuda! It's over.
Còn à?
Who'll steer the ship?
Ok. Chó ấy. Chết luôn đây. Tưởng anh live bên phê game, anh lại quay về bên này live rồi. Tàu ấy to vậy. À đúng rồi, tàu bị đâm rồi.
Jill!
You came.
Đây rồi.
Get back!
Kiếm gì mà khỏe vậy?
Clive,
How did you?
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Không về nhanh, thằng em lăn quay ra bây giờ. Ồ, thân tàu ship vừa đóng xong.
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
Định làm gì vậy? Ôi, hiện nguyên hình luôn à? Rồi, bài con tàu. Tàu vừa đóng xong. Quá là điều bình thường. Vai cứt. Wow. Mẹ. Chém đứt đôi biển. Thôi sao? Ủa thế còn chill với cả Clive. Mạnh thế. Ôi biển nó không thèm sụp xuống luôn ạ.
Can you go on?
Được rồi, vợ mình đã bị làm sao rồi?
I think so.
Chỗ này đẹp đấy.
But to where?
Đuổi đến tận đây à? Cái đoạn này hình như có trong trailer nhưng mà nhìn nó không rõ như thế này.
You. What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black, and all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the mother crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
never led astray by your blind resolve.
Now,
Đánh nhau tại đây luôn hả?
time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate, however much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
Đi thôi, vũ khí còn không có đánh đấm gì. Ôi bạn.
Don't have to do this. Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty. In a short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I think my lord will still find
Kìa.
all this fire and fury. And for what? Stopping the night. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
Mày stagger nhiều ấy.
You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods.
Ôi, không được rồi. Ôi. Ôi, mẹ tiếng. Kìa. Ok, mất tiếng vậy.
Are you ready? Baruda!
Cái gì đây? Five. Cái rồi, không kịp rồi.
There's my boy. Assume the mantle you've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed.
Vãi cứt.
You would yield so soon.
Không, đoạn này có trong trailer rồi. Sao mà chết được?
Clive!
Các tôi bảo chạy đi giờ lại quay lại.
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us. that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos, you wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Khổ thật.
Why, loyal servants to God.
Nói mãi vẫn không hiểu.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation! And abandon everything we hold dear!
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours, and not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Thôi xong, nước sắp sập xuống rồi.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Sivan,
She's not far.
đóng băng được nước không?
I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back!
Wow. Violin Clive Vested. Thế mà cũng ra được nhạc chiến thắng. Hay thật đấy. Will of Light. Ồ, tăng đam Impulse này. Clive Vested mà cũng ra được nhạc chiến thắng ấy.
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice.
Đúng là lần đầu tiên trong lịch sử. Úi rồi ôi.
We need only wait till dawn.
cảnh nóng trong truyền thuyết đấy sao? Wow,
This is the second time Barnabas has bested me.
nhanh lắm.
I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master.
Đến thế này rồi mà vẫn còn chưa hôn nhau được nữa hả? Alo.
Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe. But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you though? Think of what you've used that power for.
Chill mà là da đen thì chắc là GOTY ở đấy.
Saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
Quay lại đi thằng kia.
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
YouTube gợi ý đặt quảng cáo chỗ này ngay. Hợp lý quá.
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself.
Mẹ.
I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Ôi, cho sức mạnh luôn à?
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is.
Ủa, nhưng rồi có... Jill có bị làm sao?
This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me.
Ủa, đẹp đấy.
to those I love. And I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
Người ta không phải đánh nhau với Siva đâu. Mình cứ hình dung đoạn này sẽ phải đánh nhau với Siva.
We will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
Finally. Con tàu của Mít này. À, thế rốt cuộc con Phoenix đi đâu?
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough, whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last mother crystal.
The Einherjar is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Quân đội Waloed mất một con
Then let's
tàu
go
chiến
home
hạm.
and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Mất một con tàu thôi mà cũng từ bỏ luôn lục địa Storm á. Nghe hơi vô lý. Thương mấy ông làm FF17 16 nâng tiêu chuẩn giống FF lên nhiều vậy. Chịu thôi, đợi sang PS6 thì khả năng cao hơn. May ra mới đỡ nổi. Check cái achievement vừa nhận được á. The promise. Become one. Ok bạn.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two.
She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
Cross the narrow. Power of ice.
I should visit Joshua. Assuming Talia will allow it.
Úi dồi ôi, lại một đống nhiệm vụ phụ tiếp. Từ từ đã. Để vào training mode test Silva lại.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. Come back.
Ô vãi nồi. Master cái lướt tận 3.000 điểm á. Mẹ còn đắt hơn cả một chiêu ulti à? À đúng rồi, Master là tăng cái thời gian permafrost. Chắc cũng chưa cần lắm. Này là tăng đam. Này là kéo quái về phía mình. Này mình sẽ phải thay Ramu ra. Giá mà cái game này nó cho mình tính năng loadout thì tốt nhỉ. Để mình tạo một cái loadout riêng cho việc đánh trash mob, một cái loadout riêng cho việc đánh boss. Chứ không bây giờ thiếu skill slot quá. Biết nên build như thế nào luôn. À đúng rồi, có cái thu vào xong rồi. Kéo quái. Rhyme. À thế thì bỏ Garuda đi, thử lắp Ramu xem. Thôi cái này được lâu phết này. Cái Prime này được lâu phết. À, lướt xong nó còn có đóng băng nữa mà. Game mới cập nhật mấy cái layout phím mới, mình xem chưa? Mình xem rồi, nhưng mà mình không đến tầm này để thay đổi gì nữa. Đã quen cái Type C rồi. Có thêm con Silva này bắt đầu có nhiều trò để làm. Nên bỏ cái này đi. Lightning Storm. À không, nhưng mà thực ra Thunderbolt. Để vô thử một cái state replay thôi. Dạ, vào arcade mode nào.
I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I know its secret only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.
The perfect little shortcut. They're all Akashic.
The ether flood must have spread. It was never as bad as this before. And the only way past them is through them.
Oh. Nó không hút được nhiều như mình nghĩ.
Was that an earthquake?
They happen all the time. That wasn't even a bad one. It's nothing to worry about.
Bỏ lỡ cảnh hay nhất game rồi. Chán. Ô, cái này hồi nhanh phết nhỉ. Cái thu quái về phía mình này hồi nhanh phết. Ôi. Mẹ đằng. Permafrost nó không kéo quái. Lại. Ok. Ok. Nó kéo vẫn sót mấy con. có lộ. Đóng băng lâu vãi. Ô, quên mất không có Garuda.
The old arboretum is just up ahead. We'll enter the caves from there.
Thôi rồi, test vậy thôi. Cái chiêu thu quái về phía mình này nó cũng không clear trash mob được hiệu quả lắm. Cái Prime này nó còn bị mâu thuẫn với cái Permafrost. Nó quái trên toàn sân bị đóng băng rồi sẽ không kéo về phía mình được. Anh cập nhật game lên 1.03 chưa? Cập nhật rồi. Mình nghĩ xem làm như nào. Chắc là sẽ bỏ chiêu này đi. Ui, hơi khó. Ui. Nhầm chiêu. Ryan. Ok. Lại. khó quá này. Đấy. Mấy trường này không kết hợp ăn ý lắm. Rồi, cứ chơi tạm vậy đã.
Don't tell me we've run out of peppy nuts and all.
Trouble with your gear, or... Yeah. The weight of all that shit. Clever girl, that one. I'll keep the forge up. So, what'll it be?
Ice brands.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. Anything else?
Trời đất, kiếm kiểu gì này? Captain Dory. I and the other Cursebreakers have grown concerned regarding the well-being of our captain.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least.
Come back.
Thế là thằng em mất tích luôn rồi hả? Không thích cái pose này lắm. Cúi mặt xuống khó chụp. Thôi kệ, lúc khác chụp.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually.
When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen. I'll go and find her. She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
If she's not moved on already, yes. I hope everything's all right.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
How are you doing? Quick look.
Úi rồi ôi, vùng này thêm 3 cái nữa cơ à?
Seen enough? Back again?
Allow me to educate you. I have the details here.
Saved. Traveling companion.
One must understand one's place in the world.
Ôi thế là lúc nãy là đi bộ dưới đáy biển vào trong hẳn lục địa luôn.
Thus ends today's lesson.
Thế quét đi làm một lượt luôn.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing out ether like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the whole place will be overrun.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravost.
Nỗi buồn của anh thợ rèn. Quét 4, phần 4. Thằng này nó buồn lắm thế.
How was she? Ah, Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermal amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make it out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
Oh. So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, mind, and we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me luck.
It'll do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
Này chắc lại tốn thêm một buổi stream nữa dọn quest, từ từ đi vệ sinh phát. Ok, đã đến lúc clear quest.
With Canva in the
How
hands
was
of
she?
Akashic,
The
need to find another port.
Preferably one as well hidden as the ironworks.
Uầy, mẹ, side quest ngập tràn khắp map, vãi nồi thật. Clear hết.
Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we have to.
How do?
Breath of Ice giảm cooldown Rhyme. Giảm cooldown Satellite, cái này mua rồi. Này clear vài cái rồi off clear chứ. Tại vì vấn đề là nếu mà chơi tiếp cốt truyện thì có thể sẽ lock out vài cái side quest, nên là làm được cái nào mình sẽ làm hết.
Take care out there, eh?
Mấy cái side quest gần cuối game này nghe bảo quan trọng lắm.
I've got greens all shit.
Đây là cái side quest tiếp. Cứ nhận đã.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if East Pool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
All right.
Thanks. There. That should be enough to keep him in
Này
Gazal
là mang
Greens
đồ
for a
tiếp
few
tế
years at
cho
least.
bên Interpol. Easterpol.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Rekindling the flame. Ủa, quét ở đâu vậy?
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
Đoạn nãy chill với Clive hôn nhau rồi có làm gì nữa không á?
Sid, what
Cái
brings you
phần
to
mô tả
Mother's
của
Rest?
cái châu Phi nó là become one thì phải tự hiểu rồi chứ.
I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance. She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrek. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
Wait, to. Self-determination. Làm này trước đi. Nay lại đi một mình. Hả? Ôi, quá rồi. Bộ váy của Chiêu 1.3 triệu một bộ. Đấy là đồ để cosplay à hay là gì?
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste, lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try.
Chết một chùm. Ok. Đánh con chó chứ không đánh mình cả.
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be.
Chưa đủ độ ướt át như Tidus với
I
Yuna.
surrender.
Tidus với Yuna ngày xưa hồi còn bé thì xem thấy còn
Sid the outlaw.
thấy còn lãng mạn, chứ bây giờ
Sid.
xem thấy sến.
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade. You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner.
Kiểu Yuna Tidus bây giờ mà làm á, nó sẽ bị đem ra meme ngay. Chứ còn ngày xưa nó còn hợp thời chứ. Bây giờ thì thôi.
She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her favor.
It wasn't all terrible, surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause, to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right. If you're certain.
Chính quyền đế quốc vẫn còn hoạt động cả.
And thank you for everything. Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
Làm gì còn ai nữa nhỉ?
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sandbreak. Went quietly, or so we're told. And she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry.
I hope so. You had quite the past yourself before you came here. Anyway, thanks again, Sid.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Bầu chọn cặp đôi lãng mạn nhất FF thì ai ăn giải. Mình cũng thích Asia với cả Bonthia. Kiểu nó nhẹ nhàng mà nó không bị xến xẩm này.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
Với lại cái game đấy kiểu như cái theme của nó cũng không phải là chủ đề về tình yêu. Cái tình yêu nó chỉ là một cái theme phụ ấy. Nên là chơi thấy cảm giác nó believable. Thế còn thực ra FF10 nhìn thấy đẹp vậy, nhưng mà cái đoạn tự nhiên hôn nhau dưới hồ mình thấy cảm giác cái đoạn đấy hơi bị đột ngột đấy. Trong khi trước đó thì kiểu như những cái chi tiết để phát triển tình cảm nó chưa đủ để đột phát tự nhiên có đoạn hôn nhau dưới hồ. Asia với Bonthia. FF12 ấy. Giờ làm gì nữa nhỉ? Blacksmith. À đúng rồi. Đi đi đến chỗ Eastpool.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed. Only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The horde is closing in.
Thêm một đám quái vật.
They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Time it all. I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The horde.
A Kashik, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them. My friends,
Của thân bọn này
I humbly beg your aid.
mới dọn đến đây còn chưa kịp ổn định chỗ ở đã bị
We
quái vật tấn
Guardians
công.
are few and our enemies many.
Giờ lại phải giơ mặt ra đánh
But
nhau.
I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
Này thì đánh nhau nỗi gì?
You would send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you?
Cái này mà bọn Kotaku dám viết bài bảo là game này không có Powerful Woman.
Good little branded and die, having never
Wow,
stood
alo,
up
các
for
bạn đã chơi game chưa vậy?
Or will you fight like free men and women?
Dạo này mẹ nhiều reviewer chơi 4 giờ quá.
Give me a sword.
Chơi 4 tiếng xong review game.
Never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it.
Cầm hẳn chảo lên để
I
đánh
will
nhau cơ mà.
protect what's mine, or die trying.
Đấy, Powerful Woman như này.
All will. Free men and women fighting together.
Cũng là cái bọn chơi game 4 tiếng rồi review game.
For Eastpool!
For Eastpool!
Tôi cá là mấy bọn reviewer đấy đến mấy cái nhiệm vụ cuối cùng này. Nhiệm vụ phụ cuối cùng này chắc cũng không làm đâu.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Chính ra lãnh đạo mấy cái thị trấn này toàn phụ nữ hết chứ. Martha này, Dem, Phú Bà này.
Well,
Còn
if
ai
it
nữa
was
nhỉ?
numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Lady Caron.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm.
Đông vậy.
And here it comes. I will not let this village fall.
Chết mẹ hết rồi. Không đứa nào chịu mắc vào cái cục băng.
It's over.
Con bay này. Dùng đi hộ cả.
It's over. Bahamut! And another!
Okay. Skill Silva triển vọng phết. Chưa quen lắm, vẫn chưa biết dùng.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield, change of plan.
Chắc phải gắn lại Phoenix vào.
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So Wade, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Chắc mình sẽ tạm bỏ Bahamut ra. Dry. Bahamut thời gian niệm lâu quá. Bahamut thì chỉ để đánh boss thôi. Bahamut mà đem vô để diệt trash mob thì không có tác dụng lắm. Thực ra nên build một cái kiểu gì đấy nó cân bằng giữa cả hai thì sẽ tốt hơn, nhưng mà hiện tại nó chưa nghĩ ra build kiểu gì. Mình vẫn thích cầm cho con Siva xuống dưới rồi. Gắn lại Phoenix lên trên. Chiêu này dọn trash mob khá hiệu quả. Ý, không được. Tạm bỏ Mega Flare đi. Rhymes. Diamond Dust của Silva là skill AoE đúng không? Skill AoE xung quanh cũng khá mạnh. Stagger Dam. Stagger Dam. À đúng rồi, thử dùng cái này xem. Cooldown Diamond Dust cũng nhanh à? Trong phải nó không ghi thời gian cooldown nhỉ? Thực ra dẹp mod lắp cái này cũng được. Ôi vãi, tốn nhiều ấy thế. Tốn nhiều điểm vãi. Không master được. Tốn nhiều điểm vãi. Lightning Storm, Aerial Blast. Thôi bỏ này đi. Lightning Rod di chuyển được không? Có được, di chuyển được. Di chuyển được đến chỗ mình đứng. Cái chất mẩn bốt này nhìn tia sét to như vậy nhưng mà thực ra cái range đúng rồi, cái range của nó cũng khá hẹp. Tức là nó gần như chỉ đánh được một mục tiêu ấy. Nếu mà một chùm quái đang dính ở trong cái cục băng của con Silva thì ném cái này cũng chưa chắc đã trúng cả đống đấy. Thực ra tốt nhất thì vẫn là, nếu mà bắn cả chùm thì tốt nhất vẫn là Giga Flare. Nhưng mà Giga Flare muốn dùng lại phải Master. Không đủ điểm luôn. Không muốn bỏ chiều này. Giga Flare. Ice Edge. Impulse. Giga Flare. Lightning Rods. Lightning Rods vẫn đang Master này. Satellite, mình không dùng Satellite nữa, bỏ đi. Impulse. Lightning Rods. Giảm cooldown Judgment Bolt. Chưa có cái giảm cooldown Giga Flare nhỉ? Rồi, tạm thời mình nghĩ như này cũng đủ cân bằng giữa việc clear charge mob với việc đánh boss. Mình chưa quen lắm.
Next one's mine. I might not know what.
Rhymes, Impulse. Rhymes là kéo. À rồi, ok.
Run like the wind.
Và vô đánh boss luôn.
There it is. With me, Toggle. Too slow. There's more.
finished.
Cũng được 60k.
All right. Back to East Pool.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it.
Nãy còn blame mình.
We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool. And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away, they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's Eastpudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your...
Thank you. I know the rest of the world will be...
Chỉ có thằng Tyler bị nướng thôi, tại lúc đấy thằng Tyler bị thương mà. Về ông Lord Commander này bị mình nướng. Chắc là bỏ con Phoenix này đi. Cũng không dùng con Phoenix này mấy. Ra mình vẫn khá là muốn dùng một Ramu. Chắc lắp lại như cũ quá. Không, thực ra không cần Ramu, lắp Karuna. Thế thì Gigaflay không cần Master. Satellite. Master. Diamond Dust. Cho Diamond Dust lên trên. Impulse. Chà, chiêu này cũng không cần. Mà thôi kệ. Diamond Dust. Impulse. Satellite. Okay.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Moth.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing, to make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Được cái biển hiệu quán bar của Martha.
Run like the wind.
Má lại chạy nhầm rồi.
safe.
Cái nhẫn này. Tăng damage 5%.
I'll need to deal with these ones first.
Get him!
Sao mình chỉ lên được? Sao mình không lên được Mega Play level 4? Như tháo cái tháo nâng cấp rồi sao?
To find this spherical echo.
Tháo nâng cấp à? Nó không lên được level 4.
This is it. Right then. Just two more.
Ui, tìm 3 chỗ cả.
Come on. Two down. One to...
Ở đây cũng có một đống quét.
Why? Your stories is...
Come on.
Lại chạy nhầm đường rồi.
Don't get surrounded. Straight home now.
Má lại có bảo vệ à?
That's all of them. Owain can uncross his toes now.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Those things I said before.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold. A foundation upon which to build a new Sambrec. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me,
I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men. If it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation. Least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck.
Không hiểu ý phú bà nói lắm. Đại khái là có một
I may have
thằng
met this Duke before.
sau khi chính quyền
At
đế
the
quốc
remembrance
sụp đổ
ceremony.
thì có một thằng khác
Let's hope I didn't make a strong
nói lên
impression.
làm vua, thiết lập chế độ mới. Bà này không thích lắm nên nhờ mình đã piêu hộ.
As long as you remain, the Vale.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbrec.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sandbreck is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
As long as you remain, the veil will...
You needn't fret. The creatures have been dealt with.
Xem nào. Mình vẫn nghĩ mình nên thay cái chiêu này ra, mà lại không có đủ điểm để master Judgment Bolt. Thế thì nên mang Ramu thay vì mang Garuda. Garuda không cần ulti của nó. Judgment Bolt.
All right there. Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him. Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we've got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
Impulse. Real magic.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need His Eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
Why, your stories...
A question. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Well, the people seem united enough.
Dân
What
tình
about
có
the
vẻ
soldiers?
vẫn theo phú bà lắm.
I heard the dame got an icon to rid the meadows.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us cement and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
I left everything. As long as you remain, the veil was...
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sandbreck is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
Bọn lính thì khá ủng
Let's see
hộ.
what Philippe makes of all this. Captain, do you have a moment?
For you? Certainly. Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right. I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Ah, Clive. How did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was, but...
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambrek, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
Cuộc chiến quyền lực này vẫn chưa kết thúc ở đây.
Dravosht is still standing. For now at least.
Thế giới sắp bị tận diệt mà mấy cha vẫn thích giành quyền lực ấy. Thích chứ?
If you can swing a hammer, you can swing.
Clive! You're here!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid.
Thằng này tập hôm qua nó
I
còn
never have
đuổi mình
guessed
như
you
đuổi
know.
ta.
Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravosht would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoldan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravosht, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravosht needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravosht is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah. So have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. We're short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off. You, ready for the off, then?
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Don't want any nasty... Oh, and... Blackthorn. You and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravosht till I get back.
Leave it to me. And give those things what for, yeah?
All right. Which one of you's first?
bạn. Griffin. Ui giời, má. Chết nhanh quá, chưa kịp tung hết chiều. Vẫn còn à?
Apparently not.
Chimera.
Not getting past me.
Ôi giời. Gì vỡ mồm.
Help me, boy. Find how.
Well done.
mút quá mạnh.
Now, the question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! You're still in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Sid, you're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the wretched things. But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravoged won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but Dravoged isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravoged what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid,
I've got something for you.
Lại thêm cái huy hiệu.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations. Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either. Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravozd in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge. You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the Hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Còn nhiều ấy nhỉ. Thôi chắc phải để mai làm tiếp thôi.
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
The man himself. We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you. It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leatherwork for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here.
Kiếm này có vẻ xịn đấy.
And that whetstone from the outer aisles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk to the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is then.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
Đẹp đấy.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsmen alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravozd.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Damarang. Mà cái kiếm này vẫn chưa phải kiếm xịn nhất.
I never thought me and Zoltan would ever speak, and if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You've been a good friend to me, Clive. The best. What do you want? And?
The stew. It's awfully thin these days.
Vẫn còn thiếu nhiều kỷ vật thế nhỉ? Cũng gần hết game rồi gì. Harvest the fight.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
How was she? The Enterprise. Ah, Sid. Wasn't expecting you back so soon. So, is it good news or bad?
Good, thankfully. Here.
Ah, that's brilliant. Thanks a blimmin' million. I'll fit 'em to the smelter right away. May I present to you the Telemon Furnace? Ain't bad, is she?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
You could just buy me a bigger...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon Furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal. Well, if you insist.
That is the spirit. You'll love it, I promise. So, what do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious. Thank you, Owain.
Shh, don't mention it. You earned it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway.
Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here. Maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many. You mark my words.
They'll hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.
Ok. Được trophy luôn. Maximum. Ok, thế nghỉ nhé mọi người. Tối mai chơi tiếp. Vẫn còn khá nhiệm vụ phụ để tối mai ngồi chill tiếp. Nghỉ nha, bye bye.